Hi, my name is Cameron Carlson with AnimeOnLocation.tv. I'm here at Matsuricon 2024 with one of our wonderful directors, Mr. John Hoelscher. How you doing?
I'm a director now. Did I get demoted?
I don't know. Owner, director, producer. I don't know. What's your title?
I am one of the two con chairs for Matsuricon and I guess co-owner and random. Hold on, let me check my panelists, apparently.
Alrighty. So start off with some funny giggles and some little inside jokes. So it's been a year since the last time we talked with you here at Matsuricon. How's it been?
It's been pretty well. I think we've been doing a lot of planning for this year for Matsuricon. Always very excited to have the show come off this year. We're on Labor Day this weekend, and we're hoping to actually get more than people because it's holiday weekend. Get everyone down here and actually get check the convention. A little early yet on Friday. We've already seen a lot of people being excited as normal for the con, so really helpful for this year.
Actually, yeah, and talking about the programming and everything, I was brought in to help this year, so I've been in some of those fun meetings. So it's been we've all really worked really hard for this weekend. So talking about we're here at the beginning of Matsuricon on day one. What are some of the highlights so far that you've been able to observe within the last 4 or 5 hours?
I think the con's been going on for about 4 hours. So right now, I think the biggest thing was right now opening ceremonies was always exciting part to actually get everyone riled up, ready to go for the convention. So always looking forward to that because I get to be on stage and be an idiot for about an hour. So it's great. But I think there's some some of the things going on this weekend. We do have a couple of panels with with most of the guests. I know there's I think there's a cabaret guest panel.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that one's going to be kind of a highlight there. We do have also a script reading with Brandon. Spooky stories. Yeah, I saw a rendition of that in another show. So I'm excited to see what actually happens with that one and which radio show they're doing this time, who's going to be on it. So yeah, those are going to be very exciting. Everyone's going to enjoy those.
Yeah, I think we actually talked to some of the guests about their cabaret performances, and we were like, ooh, that sounds like fun. Now, again, Matsuricon has a charity going on. So can you tell us a little bit more how that went last year? Because we didn't really get a wrap-up at the end last year because we didn't have a chance to talk to you on Sunday.
Right.
And what can fans look forward to? What could fans look forward to while they were here this year?
Well, okay, so last year we did actually go over 10,000 last year, so it was actually very awesome, very awesome. This year, if you actually visit the charity area, there is a tier board in one of the rooms, and what you can do for a certain amount of money, you can actually either put up a favorite anime in a certain tier, or you can actually move around things in the tier, or you could just eliminate one from the tier. So we expect that a lot of money is going to come through for whatever anime you want to represent.
So cutthroat, right?
It's a little cutthroat, but I think it's all in good fun.
Again, all for charity, and we love our charity that we do. And what's our charity again?
Charity actually will go to Pelotonia, which is in conjunction with the OSU James Cancer Hospital. Pelotonia is a bike ride that raises money for cancer research. They have been going for almost 15 years. Yeah. So we help, we partner with them to raise 100% of the proceeds we raise will actually go directly to the OSU James Cancer Center.
And one fun thing about Pelotonia that happened about 2 years ago is you got to race with the golden Magikarp helmet, and you got featured in the article about it.
Yeah, I did get featured in an article about it. I still do have that, and eventually when everything aligns, I hope to be doing the bike ride again.
Awesome! I can't wait to see the golden Magikarp out there yet again on the race course. So again, this year's guest list was put together. It's awesome. We had some stuff, and we have our guest list in the back here. You can see all our wonderful guests. We have a surprise Friday announcement of Michael Cinder Nicholas here. So how did all the guest lists come about this year?
Actually, it came around actually pretty fast. We were trying to make sure we solidified who we had this year, and it just started. It started actually manifesting itself pretty early on. But I think with the surprise guest, it was just a result of, unfortunately, two guests having to cancel for reasons that we couldn't control. So because the fact that we wanted to still have someone out there to fill that void, Michael Cinder Nicholas was more than gracious to actually come out and actually fill that void for the weekend, and he's already enjoying himself here.
Well, we love having every one of our guests that we've had on. We've loved them, and we can't wait to interview some more coming this weekend. So now, again, you guys have a lot of great performing and programming going on this year. How hard is it when you guys get that all put together?
Actually, there is a lot of it that we have to deal with. Is a lot of logistics, because when we're actually putting on like a performance, we want to make sure like how many people are going to actually be on stage. How what is the equipment? Do we have any video? Do we have to do with that? Then we have to actually time that out with the performers and with the AV company. Make sure we have everything going on with that. And sometimes because you're doing it through email or whatnot, that could take the course of like several months. So it's not. At the end of the day, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes that could take like 6 months. But usually you see that result for like a 2-hour concert. So there is a lot of work behind it.
Yeah, I mean, sitting in some of the meetings with John, it really can be just a lot of meetings and emails, and literally for no more than a 2-hour payoff. But it's that 2-hour payoff that really makes it worth it to the fans that have come out and given us support. So going along those lines, now is there a way for fans to keep up with you and the con itself specifically via social media?
Well, yeah, we always have our Facebook. We always have we have X. I'm trying to say X and not Twitter. So X is it's at Matsuricon. We have the official Matsuricon group page. We also have an Instagram for Matsuricon. We do put different content on Instagram, but a lot of times you can keep track of us. And we also have a Discord, a Matsuricon Discord.
And I'm very active in Discord, the Matsuricon Discord. It's a wonderful place if you want to come hang out with your fellow Matsuricon.
Yeah, no, definitely. We have, I think we have,
2,000.
Like it was a big number. So yeah, over 2,000 people. Thank you.
Can't even see the amount of people on the server anymore because we hit over capacity for the server now. We hit over 2,000 plus people.
Yes, definitely.
So, and then any final message you would love to give to the fans of Matsuricon for coming out this weekend, donating to charity, watching all of our programming, interacting with all of our guests?
Well, I think, honestly, as you see Matsuricon, it eventually grows. Even during the period of COVID, we retracted back a little bit. We're actually growing a bit again. This is all because of the fans actually continually supporting us. And, as we get more fans coming in, and actually coming into the convention and enjoying it, we're actually be able to grow and do more things. So I would say, always bring a couple friends with us and grow with us. And as we grow, we'll be able to do more with the con, more things for you to actually see.
And real quick, football with John Lentini and John.
Football.
We are now switching gears. Time to talk football. Too bad.
There is no countdown.
No countdown. I counted down. Your Bengals were looking pretty good in the 2023 preseason, but not able to produce. This is last year. This is Cameron's question.
Yeah.
What do you think the improvement can be in this season, 2024?
I think the biggest improvement they can actually make is their defense. Our defense was very abysmal. We couldn't stop anybody, and that is actually a big, big issue. We would have been in more games even with our backup quarterback if we were able to stop people. So we're hoping that with the new draft pick we got in Chris Jenkins, we're able to actually stop more of the run. We can actually contain the offensive line for the other team, push them back a little bit, actually create some havoc and chaos, so that we can actually stop opposing offenses. We brought back safety Von Bell, and we're hoping that actually stabilizes the secondary, so that we don't get a lot of passes over our heads for touchdowns. A lot of that happened way too much last year.
In the AFC North, the Ravens took home the top spot of the 4 teams. Looking at the preseason training camp, where do you see the division being this year, and your predictions?
Wait. I just want to make sure we hear that right. That the Ravens went to the playoffs, but did they beat Patrick Mahomes? Did they actually win an AFC championship? They were number 1 seed, and what happened? They scored 10 points.
At home. 0 in the second half, I do believe.
0 in the second half. So if they make it to the playoffs again, I have no faith in them. But I think actually this year, I expect a lot of things, because actually the Bengals will probably have one of the best rosters in the NFL. No.
You're fired.
No. We will not be talking about the Aaron Rodgers Jets.
Did Fireman Ed come?
Dude, I actually met him in like Miamisburg. Yeah, when they had the playoff, when the Cincinnati had the playoff game here. He's a jerk. It
was sweet for a moment.
It was sweet for Yeah. Don't. It wasn't a hero of mine. No, but expectation for 2024, I expect Bengals to come out of the gate pretty fast. I expect them to have a better ground game. I expect them to have actually a better passing attack because we have a few more pass receivers. So I am hoping that if we win more than we lose, we're in. A lot of times.
The NFL made some rule changes this year. I've seen a few fans are upset about the kickoffs. Do you see this having an impact on the game?
Oh, I think that's going to be a big impact on the game because your biggest thing is if you just kick it straight to the end zone, it's now out to the 30. So that I actually feel it will help us special teams strategize what they want to do. I think it actually makes special teams a bit better. You have to actually plan how you're going to actually develop your blocking schemes, and I think it's going to be just better to watch. So it makes the kickoff a little more important than just kicking it into the end zone.
Excellent. Let's see. How do you see the rest of the AFC shaping up, and who are your 7 playoff teams in our favorite conference?
Oh, that's a 7. Yeah, 7. That's hard. So I think the AFC is the better conference. You have like maybe 1 to 2 good teams in the AFC. So AFC is going to be fighting amongst themselves. So if we have to name 7 teams, I'll go with the North first because that's the easiest. It's Bengals and Ravens. No. Didn't have to. So two Bengals, Ravens, and 2 basement dwellers. So that's the North.
Why is he chiming in?
Why? Wait, the Jets are in the East, and there's still going to be a basement dweller. So with the East, I think I honestly think it's going to be a fight between Miami and Buffalo. I don't know if it's going to be either one way. Dude, Jets got to prove it, man. Yeah, only for 5 games.
Shots fired.
I don't know who's going to actually take that division, though, because the Miami reloaded with a lot of speed. Like, they're known for a lot of speed. Buffalo, you still got Josh Allen. He's actually dangerous in the pocket. They did trade away Stephon Diggs. So we don't know what's going to happen there. Can he carry that team? But honestly, I think it's Miami's division to lose. From the West, Kansas City, and that's it.
So you got 2 teams in the South?
I got 2 teams. I got 2 teams in the South. It's going to be. I think it's going to be the Texans and the Jaguars. So yeah. I just going into the West. I don't think there's anyone's going to challenge Kansas City. Kansas City is just they're going to be the number 1 seed. I hate to say that they're going to be the number 1 seed because no one's going to challenge them. I think Los Angeles is still a bit away, even with Harbaugh there. They still need a few pieces. They'll probably be competitive, but it's not. It's going to be such a disparity with the records. So that's my 7.
On the NFC side, any surprises? Do you still see the 49ers, Lions, and Eagles as the top 3?
Oh, I think the Lions will be number 1. Okay. I think the Lions are really, really good. 49ers will still be in it. I think they will win the West because they're still a very strong team. So, and
Is Lions your pick for the go to Super Bowl?
Lions will be my pick to go to Super Bowl. From the NFC. Oh, yeah, Packers will make it in the playoffs.
Hey, and there's happiness.
Yeah. From the NFC West, I think it's I think San Francisco and LA Rams. I think the Rams will make challenge with San Francisco. I think it's just too good. They're really, really good. The East, I think it's only the Eagles. It's only the Eagles. And the South, NFC South, do I have to pick someone? Can we not pick someone?
We are picking no one from the NFC South this year. Thank you and good night.
If I had to pick someone, let's go with Atlanta because I think Kirk Cousins may be able to will a few wins out of that.
Okay, I can go with that.
Yeah, so that's about it, yeah.
We want to go to this game. How crazy will the jungle be Monday night football against the Commanders in late September?
Oh, I think it's going to be wild, and I feel sorry for Washington.
Ooh. Rookie quarterback and all?
Oh yeah, rookie quarterback, and it's gonna be a hostile environment. I don't know what uniform combination they're gonna do because it's not the white game. Oh, it's
But all orange. I'd love the all orange. Too.
the all orange is the first game. That'd be awesome to go to. But yeah, the all white game is actually against the Eagles. Yeah, no, but I think I feel sorry for the Commanders. It's gonna be bad.
You can now go to the NFC South.
Yeah, they may be able to be competitive in the South, or maybe in the Pac-12,
Which is gone.
yes.
Finally, what will it take for the Bengals to get back to the Super Bowl in February?
Oh, for the Bengals to get back in the Super Bowl, I think they need to establish a ground game. I don't know if Zach Moss is the answer, but they need a ground game. They were like 29th overall in offensive rushing. I think their defense needs to significantly improve, especially against the run. Pass, I think they'll be a little better, but they've got to prove that they can actually stop the run. If that can happen, they're in.
Moss and Brown is the 1-2 punch at running back. Is that good enough?
I don't know. That's like the number one question that every Bengals fan has. Like, is that good? Because, yeah, Mixon probably wasn't producing, but he gets stronger as the season goes along, and he still got like 1,200 yards. So, we're gonna see if that release was worth it. I'm hoping it is. I mean, they went younger. I think Brown's going to get the majority of shares, but maybe it's going to be like a 55-45.
All right, that's our football program. Haha. Do you have time to stick around for a little bit more? First of all, how was Otakon for you this year, being that you are a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII? Dream job.
I keep telling people, a dream. This was like someone pinched me. I can't believe this is happening.
You look so happy.
Yeah. Someone commented it's like the most I've ever smiled, and it's really true because a lot of times it's just not because I'm like, oh, I've seen everything, I've done this and that, and I'm just kind of even kill. Like I couldn't help. It was so infectious that week, and it was a dream.
There was a joke told at one of the panels. You almost fell out of your chair.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't remember which joke that was, but it was it? Which panel was that?
It was the main one, the big one, and it was Kate's. Whoever did a voice for Chadley over the CEO over there. You asked them a huge question, they went hi, and you like lost it.
Yeah. Because there was a running joke throughout that panel that I would be asking very descriptive questions, and everyone's going yes, and I'm like, can I get more out of you, please? And it was like Umeda-san, who is the voice of Chadley in Japanese. He's so friendly, so warm. But whenever it became a running gag where I go Umeda-san, and he goes hi, and then we would ask the question, and you listen and like hi. Or there was a question that I asked, like, how many times did you say Cloud-san? And he said, many times. Oh, they were all a treat to work with.
Excellent. Let's start back at the beginning. What were your thoughts of the original Final Fantasy VII on PS1 way back in 1997?
What is this, and can I get some more? So it was just so different because you think about like RPGs, even JRPGs, they're more regulated in like a European medieval setting and like maybe during the Middle Ages. So it was such different because it was very much sci-fi. I'm more of a sci-fi person anyway, and the system that they created was very manipulatable. You could actually you can do almost anything in the game for something that was very robust, and also in a way, sometimes it felt like you were watching a movie, but not to the point it was like interactive, but you were doing a lot of stuff. But it was just a story that hasn't been told. And the fact that they're doing it now, after 20 years, and it still feels like a new story is just very exciting.
That's what I thought too. When I first played it on 3 discs, and I was like, wow, this is still very massive.
Right, it was a very massive game. I mean, like 6 was a very massive game, but it's just the scope and the depth of the game just shot up so much.
Speaking of which, more recently, your thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Remake when it came out in 2020, and your favorite chapter from that game.
Oh my God. Okay, so when I played Remake, I literally just locked myself in a room. And I just everyone was like, you should stream it. I'm like, no, this is personal. It's personal. And it just like, even the opening scene, like, oh my God, this is like, it was almost a beat for beat of the original game in Midgar. I think some of my favorite, not necessarily favorite chapters, I more look at it as the fight. The house fight was so off. It was totally unexpected. Yeah, exactly. Like the boss rush at the end of the game. I like boss rushes, so that was more my thing. I think it was towards the end of the game where you figured out who you had to respond to correctly, which mission you had, who you would actually get, and that whole scene plays out. So like it really wasn't a dull moment for me in remake. So I really just enjoyed it. I went through every possible path in that game, and I'm thinking about going through both games again. So yeah.
All right. What else we got? Latest game, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. What are your favorite parts and chapters here?
Oh, City of the Ancients. Oh, that was so good. That was so well done. Oh, I think where you meet a certain character in Nibelheim later on in the game. I think when you see Sid the first time in Rocket Town. Yeah, that guy, where is he at? He's over there. Yeah, when you meet him for the first time, I think when you get to actually explore the world, when you're actually leaving Midgard and you see everything, just realizing how much bigger they made the game and how everything is traversable. Yeah, so it's like, what? Also, Queen's Blood, I love, yeah.
It's coming back, and you were there to break.
Yes, we were there. I was there to break the thing. They just insider. I had to get all the main questions approved by Square Enix, and they said, "Hey, we can't talk about Part 3. We can't go into Theory Craft. We can't do that." And Hamaguchi-san just started talking about Queen's Blood.
Excellent.
Yes.
All right, what else I got? All right, come on to how you think the entire team did with that game. Devs, music, story writing, fighting, voice acting, voice directing. Let's hear it all.
Oh my. Okay, so really, this was a labor of love for them. I mean, we realized that the director of the game was a huge fan of the original game. So was the battle director. When they poached him from Capcom to do this, and he loved the original game. Everyone who was actually working on it from the Japanese side, who were developers, were all fans of the original game. So there's already like huge love into this game. The voice actors who actually had those roles in Advent Children, they were so shocked that they were coming back. And that's the whole thing in Japan. You're like basically that character unless something really crazy happens. You're that character. So they were floored that they're this character. Even Chadley's Japanese voice actor, he was a huge Final Fantasy fan. He loved Cloud. He loved Cloud so much, and he's like, "Well, I'm not Cloud. No, but like I'm not Cloud, but I get to be in the game a lot." And you have a lot of the American voice actors or English voice actors, because some of them are actually not from America. They're also fans, and this is like dream project for them. So a lot of anyone who's actually involved with Final Fantasy VII, it is a dream job for them because they thought they wouldn't be in this situation, and they're now putting their own spin on something that they loved as a fan like 20 plus years ago, and now it's going to be canonical, and it's going to trace back to that original game. So it's for them. I think it's also a dream for them to do this. It's like what you have a chance to actually make your mark on a game that was popular for 20 years, and now you're breathing new life into it and making this even bigger epic than it is now.
You can definitely see the love they put into this game.
Oh, definitely. There's a lot of love in this game.
Okay. Let's see, what do I got here? One of my favorites in these games is the character interaction and the friendships that not only make the characters become closer together, but having us as players enjoying our favorite characters that much more. Tell us about this aspect. I think the character development in these two, Remake and Rebirth, has been off the charts. Fantastic.
Number one character that benefited from it was Barrett. Number one character. Number two was Tifa.
I was going to think Tifa.
Yeah, Tifa. They both benefit from it, and when I actually had kind of a conversation with Hamaguchi-san at dinner. We were talking about it. It's like, yeah, like I really wanted to make the theme about bonds, friendship. That was the whole thing. Like I wanted to make it about friendships because it gets broken a little bit at the end of the game. So that was the battle system, the skills, and everything was built off of that. So I think it was very important that they actually established that from the beginning. Even in the beginning, yeah, you realize that there was something a little off about Cloud and Tifa's relationship, and even then, you're still talking about that bonds. I think that theme like permeates throughout all three games, but it was especially strong in this game, and I think it really affected everything. And I think making it tight, with talking about that, it makes it a bigger deal. And was like, especially when you had like the buddy situation with Barrett and Red 13. Yeah, going through Cosmo Canyon. That one thing they actually bonded through that, because if you realize it, Barrett's the first one to call him Nanaki.
That's right. You are correct.
So yeah, so he really he realized what he's gone through. So it's just, so he actually respects him for that, instead of saying, oh yeah, you're this experiment that actually fooled us and thinking you were like this old wise person. Well, technically he's wise, but he has this normal voice. So yeah.
Bonds are so good with these characters that whenever something happens to any of the characters, you're going to feel it.
Yeah, and it makes you think, though, that a lot of the voice actors actually hang out to get that bond. They kind of do, but the process of it is they're all doing these recordings separately and everything. So it's just a testament to the voice actors' skill of acting that they've transcended with their voice.
Last one. Okay. Do you have any predictions for the third part? I know that's loaded.
Big weapon kaiju battle.
Yeah, that better be in there.
Oh, it's just going to be boss rush, weapons, ultimate weapons. Oh, they're beautiful. Oh, I think they're like, they already said more things with Queen Blood. I think you're going to get, I want to say right now, if you complete the new Queen's Blood quest, you're going to get a huge weapon from it. I think that's my prediction. I don't know. I don't work for Square Enix. Please don't sue me. No, I think it's a great idea. I think you're going to see some threads end. I think they'll explain more of what's going on with the specific timelines, because there are officially 5 timelines right now that we have seen in the game. So I think, and everyone's going to jump on me for this because I listen to some of the theory podcast stuff. I think what we're going to see a lot of different timelines just start popping up to where we're going to start getting confused on what's going on, and all the timelines are going to converge where Sephiroth is. So think of like Loki season 2 towards the end, where Loki actually is tying all the timelines together. It's going to be something like that, where Sephiroth knows where everything is, so all paths lead to his success. Because this goes back to the first game, where there was the theory of 3 Sephiroths. There was the Sephiroth that was in the main timeline. You have the Sephiroth kind of flying around, and you have Advent Children Sephiroth. Because why do you show Sephiroth with the wing from Advent Children on the initial stuff? That always is there. And I still think, my personal opinion, Advent Children Sephiroth is flying around somewhere. So I think we're going to get some form of Advent Children in part 3. So yeah, that's basically all. That's all stuff I can think of right offhand. But really, big kaiju weapon battle.
Exactly, and I can't wait to play it. How about you?
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait till it goes pre-order, and I'm dropping all that money to whatever figure there is. I've gotten the first 2. I've got to complete the third. Square Enix has my wallet. I don't care.
John, thanks for stopping by and chatting with me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for chatting everything with me. I appreciate it.
Football and Final Fantasy.
Yes, exactly. 2 of our favorite things.